Hey guys, this is Chris Scott with Got Consent. As many of you realize, I'm the conservative of the group, and not every one of the members of the podcast group agree with one another. We sometimes disagree with one another. So, with that said, now Amanda Knox is back in the news. We're talking about the girl who supposedly murdered her roommate. I had a really hard time believing it then, considering there's plenty of evidence that came out that apparently evidence was withheld and not given to the courts. So if that wasn't a sham trial, I don't know what was. Personally, I think she should have been released because the evidence was a little shifty, to put it lightly, in the first place. Now apparently Amanda Knox returns to court on slander charges for saying Italian police officer beat her. Wouldn't surprise me. Surprised me at all, actually, considering the way they had handled the trial in the first place. They clearly think they can do whatever they want to do. This is Perugia, Italy. Amanda Knox appeared in public Tuesday for the first time since her murder conviction, turning the court to face slander charges for saying she was beaten by police during questioning over the death of her roommate. How nice! The 22-year-old American sported a shorter haircut and a yellow t-shirt at a preliminary hearing held behind closed doors in a Perugia courthouse. The brief appearance marked the first time she'd been seen since December, which she was escorted into the courtroom in tears moments after hearing the guilty verdict. Knox has said she was beaten by the police during questioning over the 2007 slaying of Meredith Kircher, which, as I already said, some evidence in this case, it seemed really fishy what they did. A 21-year-old Briton who shared an apartment with Knox while studying in Perugia. Police have denied the misconduct and filed slander charges against her. Of course they're gonna deny it. What do we think they'll come out and say? Oh, our officers beat the shit out of this girl. No, I'm sorry, I don't think so. It's not gonna happen today, and it's not gonna happen tomorrow either. Sorry. Tuesday's hearing was largely devoted to technicalities and quickly adjourned. Amanda is doing pretty good, Knox's stepfather Chris Mellis told reporters in Perugia, a hill town in central Italy. She is looking forward actually to being able to once again put forward her side of the case and kind of defend herself. Knox said in 2009 testimony that she'd been the subject of a crescendo of police pressure, that a policewoman hit her twice on the head. She said that behavior led to accuse an innocent man, the owner of a pub in Perugia, where Knox worked, who was arrested as a result of Knox's statements being later cleared. Knox's attorney, probably going to slaughter this name, Luciano Ghirga, said Tuesday that any defendant should be granted the right to defend oneself in a court without the risk of facing slander accusations. Knox has been jailed since, shortly after Kircher's body was found on November 2nd, 2007, the house the two students shared. Her ex-boyfriend and co-defendant in the trial, Ralph Saliso of Italy, was also convicted and sentenced to 25 years. A third person, Aaron Rudy Hamangunt, was convicted of murder in separate proceedings and sentenced to 16 years. All three deny wrongdoing and are appealing. Clearly, this is a case of a trumped-up case against a Briton girl. The charges should be dropped, and if the president cares at all, he would be doing everything in his power to help. I mean, it seems pretty clear to me. The whole thing stinks. That's the point I'm getting at. Alright, guys. Well, feel free to comment. Maybe you think Knox did it. And as far as the hitting goes, well, what do you think? Did she make it up, or did they really knock her around a little bit? Try and get a confession out of her. Alright guys, this has been Chris Scott, and I'll catch you on the flip side.